Beware, for when you find this, you find Satan's power. When you think of Satan's power, do you think of Satanism? Do you think of witchcraft? Do you think of the occult? They are according to Satan's power. But see this, church, wherever you find the things of men as more important than the things of God, then there you find Satan's power. There you find the devil's working. Matthew chapter 16, verse 22 to 23 says, Then Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him, saying, Far be it from you, Lord, this shall not happen to you. But he turned and said to Peter, Get behind me, Satan. You are an offense to me, for you are not mindful of the things of God, but the things of men. Where was Satan found? Here. He was found where the things of men are more important than the things of God. And so it is today. Whenever man is put first and God second, there you find Satan's power. So, when it comes to your own life, if you put men before God, if you put the things of men before the things of God, then accordingly you are under the influence of Satan's power. Listen, church, if you are a person who thinks more about what people think than what God thinks, then you are under Satan's power. If you care more for what people think than what God thinks, you are under Satan's power. If you fear more what the people think than fearing what God thinks, you are under Satan's power. Are you more concerned with how people feel than how God feels? If so, you are under the influence of Satan's power. Listen, church, are you more concerned with the will of men than the will of God? If so, you are under the influence of Satan's power. Satan's power has already touched you. How do you know if a ministry is under the influence of Satan's power? When it is more mindful of the things of men than the things of God. When it would rather please the people than please God. When it is more concerned with the feelings of the people than the feelings of God. When it is more concerned with the will of the people than it is with the will of God. There you find the ministry that is under the influence of Satan's power. As soon as you find a ministry that is more concerned with being popular with the people than it is with being popular with God, there you find Satan's power. There you find a ministry that sins. Beware of such a ministry. Church, make sure you are not touched by Satan's power. Do not be a person who is more mindful of the things of men than the things of God. Seek to please God more than to please the people. Otherwise, you have already been touched by Satan's power. You are already under his influence. Do not be. Be mindful of the things of God more than the things of men.